What's going on, good people? Brandmaster Martina, Britt, Yelverton here, your cash flow queen and founder of the number one legal tax hack to hire your kids in your own home-based business. So should you choose to do so. Today, we're actually going to be discussing confidence is a skill. It is not a starting point. So a lot of you may be under the misperception that this is something that comes naturally. Confidence is a skill. It is not what you should be waiting to feel before you show up. Confidence is built through action, and the more you show up, the stronger your brand becomes, the stronger your voice becomes, the stronger you become in your specific field. Okay. Confidence isn't a personality trait, it's a muscle. Okay. And like any muscle, you build it by using it. So, in this training, I'm going to show you how to develop confidence as a brand builder, as a business owner, as a beginner in this realm, even if you're shy, still figuring things out, not showing up online, hiding behind your camera, having your camera turned off like your girl. I am doing this intentionally in some fashion to show you guys that you can still do this because people don't need you to be perfect. They need you to be present and growing and showing them the transparency and the authenticity of what it is you're doing so that we can build and you can build and they can build step by step. Okay. So, what I need for you guys to understand specifically on today is confidence is earned, it's not inherited, it grows by repetition. And as we've covered several times inside of our objections, you guys are worried about being repetitive. Well, again, I'll tell you again and again and again, trust and believe they didn't hear it the first time. Okay. You may be thinking, I'm not ready. You may be formatting in some form or fashion that lie in your head, the I'm not ready lie that keeps most of your brands stuck. Understand again and again and again. Your action will create your clarity, and your clarity will build your confidence. The confidence that you receive is a signal to your audience that you can be trusted, that the information and the value that you're giving them is trustworthy. You don't need to be confident to start. You have to start to build it. Okay. So, here again, in week 3, we are discussing that you need to stop hiding and start showing up. And today we're going to talk about some of those things that you are doing that is stopping way too many of you from growing your brand. And it is confidence. Like, if you've ever heard the saying, I'll post it once I feel more confident. I got news for you. Confidence isn't coming. Okay. It isn't something that you feel. It isn't something that's going to show up one day and you're going to be like, oh, here it is. Now let me start. That's not how it works. It is actually something that you build. So I want to talk to you today about how to grow it one post at a time, one reel at a time, one story, one email, one video, or one moment at a time. All right. And point number 1, we're going to cover how confidence is built by doing. You didn't become good at anything by waiting. You practiced. You wrote it down. You said it to yourself. You said it to your kids. You said it to your bestie. You recorded it. You played it back. You actually practiced it, right? So I'm pretty sure, and you may have thought this, but let me ruin this one little thing. Your girl didn't end up on stage, speaking to women about their brands and speaking to participants about their brand and going live and, like having your first hearing impaired client. I didn't do all this and I was confident in it. I actually had to do it. I had to figure out ways to work with that client. I had to do multiple interviews. I had to host multiple collaborative lives. I had to create multiple graphics. I had to create multiple websites. I had to garner the confidence of your friends and family. And they can be your hardest clients, right? I had to garner their attention and do it enough times for them to be able to show it to the world. My clients didn't just, say, hey, girl, do it and I trust you. They said, what are you doing? Let's do it together. Let's continuously do it together. I have lighthouse clients that have been with me the entire 17 plus year journey. Okay. I didn't just come out of the womb and know how to do this. Literally, I had to do it over and over and over and over again because confidence is a skill. You have to practice it. Every time you go live, every time you share a story, every time you post the truth, every time you walk in your transparency, every time you are authentically there for your audience, you gain more confidence. You don't have to look confident. You just have to choose to walk in the truth of the value that you are giving in order to act confident until you are naturally confident. Okay. You're not going to just come out the womb and be able to do this. You're going to have to practice it. And you know how you feel when you first start? You could fall into the realm of the individuals that have that nervous tick, that have that gut feeling every single time that you come to the front of the stage, you come to the front of the room. Here is something that you must know about that. And not everyone will share this with you, but your girl gonna share it with you. That means you care. That is not anything that should hold you back. That means you actually care about what it is that you're sharing with people, the information that you are delivering them, the value that you're giving them, the solution to their pain. You care enough to be concerned with how you deliver it, what you say, if they're going to get it, if they're going to follow it. When you get that gut feeling, walk into it and carry it with you because it actually is a good thing because it means you care. Okay. So don't let that hold you back after you've gone through your practice sessions, after you've gone through many of those practice sessions, after you refine your message, after you've taken far too long to be awkward and just put it out there. Don't let it stop you because it will continue to mean something different depending on which level of the journey that you're on. Okay. So point number 2, you may say, I'm not ready, and self-sabotage. Trust me, readiness is a decision. It's not a milestone. You will get better by doing, not by preparing for forever. So you just heard me say you practiced it with XYZ, then you practiced it here, then you recorded it, then you played it back. Once you understand and you feel confident, and I know we're talking about confident, comfortable, and I know we're talking about getting uncomfortable, committed, that's what we're looking for. Once you feel committed to the delivery, that is your readiness. And now you can start doing, right? So that you aren't preparing forever. You must start where you are. We talked about that way back in week 1. Start where you are. I don't even know if I still have that one available to share on screen with you guys here in Q2 for April. Start where you are with what you know and keep growing in public so that people can see the transformation, so that people can see the levels of growth, so that people can see the levels that you go through to get to where you're beyond just practicing. Okay. When you start where you are, the authenticity, the transparency, the real you, and everything that you're going through shows another individual who is trying to figure out how or where or when they should start, that it's okay for them to start. Because if you don't show the ruffled feathers in the beginning and you just show the polished perfection at the end, everybody's going to get the wrong assumption that it's that for everybody, that it's that easy, that that's just how it is. And that's not. Give people the truth about the levels, the highs and lows, the roller coaster ride that you go on so that they can see it's not all perfect in the beginning and it's okay to start where they are so that they can get started. And point 3, confidence will make your brand believable. Audiences don't follow perfection. They follow conviction. They follow commitment. Once we see you enough and we see your confidence grow, your confidence will communicate, I know who I am. I believe in what I'm doing, and I can help you too. That belief will draw the people to you before they ever see anything that you're offering. That's the reason why you must be visible and you must get out here and you must go through the hard process. And yes, it is a hard process. I ain't gonna lie to you about that. Some people gonna tell you, oh, this is simple, this is easy, just get out here and do it, it'll come. No, it's hard. But what makes it so much easier is when you actually do it strategically, you do it with a plan, within a framework, and you do it in an organized fashion. Now you are able to focus on just getting it out. And the people who need it will be drawn to it and they will come to you before they even know that you have an offer on the other side. Okay. And finally, in point 4, your practice of that confidence is like a brand routine. I need for you to go live even when it's awkward. So, yeah, check this out. Let's see if I can find my little camera. Your girl got on the same hoodie that she had on Tuesday. Okay. It's okay. It's okay. Show your face in your stories, even when it's awkward, even when you ain't all the way prepped and proper and to the nines, okay? Because what you're delivering is more important than how you. And don't get on here looking a hot mess. Don't get on here looking like you just rolled over out of bed, okay? That's not what I mean by awkwardness. What I mean is turn that mic on, give that information regardless of whether or not you have the pristine look, whether or not you're all made up, whether or not you got all your jewelry on, whether or not you just had to throw on a hoodie because this value hit you and you wanted to make sure you give the truth about confidence. It is a skill. It ain't going to come to everybody just easily. Some people got to work for it, okay? So be okay with showing your face sometimes. Because even if it's just to say, I'm here today, I needed to talk to you guys even more in depthly about confidence. And I wanted to make sure that you get it. I wanted to make sure that you hear me. And I didn't want you focused on the fact, look, she still got on the same hoodie. So don't pay attention to the hoodie. Get the message, okay? Right? Reintroduce yourself repeatedly, at least once or twice a week, so that you get used to telling not only your brand story, but your reasoning, your why, your truth, your mission, your vision, your goal. And my daily goal is to brand you, to educate you, and to help you get your assets in order so that you attract people who need what it is that you have to offer them, so you can show them how they can actually live and leave a legacy. Okay? Whew. Confidence is repetition. It's repetition plus reflection, right? And when you track what went well each week, now you know where to focus. Now you know where to move to next. Now you know what is actually resonating with your audience. So as always, before we go, let's jump into objections and reframing. Your objection could be, is I'm not a confident person. Confidence isn't who you are, guys. It's what you build by doing small, scary things consistently. You hear me say all the time, you say you're scared, do it scared. Okay? You say you're shy, do it shy. You say you don't have a plan, put a plan together, get a strategic framework, a blueprint, whatever you want to call it. Block out weekly what it is that you want to say and begin to say it even scared. Confidence isn't who you are, it's what you build. It's not a skill. It is a skill. It's not a starting point. You're not going to start out confident. You're going to need to do multiple things over and over, scarily, to get out of the uncomfortable, scary zone and into the comfortable, scary zone. Okay? You don't want to look awkward. Well, guess what? Awkward builds authenticity. Your audience is awkward, and they were going to connect to you because you're real. You're not polished. You're not perfect. They want to see the awkward. They don't want to see everything go right every single time. I don't know if you guys remember, but about 2 weeks ago, if not last week, I want to say about 2 weeks ago, I'm in the middle of my live. However, I did not want my lawn guy to leave. My lawn needed to be done. I'm in the middle of a live and had to take a phone call. I don't know if it interrupted the TikTok because when I hung up off the call, the guy TikTok was still going. But I literally had to take that call live on screen because I didn't want my lawn guy to leave because they keep a schedule. And I didn't want it to be another week, and I didn't want the grass. Now we're getting back into this season. I didn't want snakes and what I needed the lawn done. Had to get out there and do the hay myself. Straw, not hay, straw myself. But I had to take that call smack in the middle of a live, on screen, on air, talk to the guy. He was sitting outside. He had just finished the two lawns over, and it was time for him to hit mine. And I had already tried to flag him when I had run out and come back in, but he didn't see me. He was getting ready to leave. Okay, so we had to take that live call smack in the middle of my live to let him know, yes, please do the lawn. And then I had to try to finish the call before he got too loud on the machines outside and you wouldn't be able to hear me. Okay, but that was real. Hey, I don't know. I need to go back and see whether or not it registered high on my viewership. I don't know. Okay, another objection you guys have is I tried showing up, but I felt like I failed. Do I need to point to another one up there? I don't even know if you can see this one. Do you see the other one up there? The one up there? Where is it at? You can't fail until you quit. You can't fail until you quit. Showing up is the win. That post, that live, that reel, that story, that email that you sent, that blog that you did, that vlog, all of this is part of growth. You can't fail until you quit. Now, if you can figure out how to wrap your mind around that, then just do it. Like Mike says, just do it anyway. All right. So the question that I want to ask, my question of today is, what's the one thing you'll do this week, even if you feel awkward, okay, to grow your confidence online? What is the one thing that you'll do this week? I would love if you'll comment below and let me know when you do it. Tag me when you do it so I can cheer you on. What is the one thing that you'll do this week to get yourself out of this area of uncomfort into another area of comfort so that you can grow your confidence? Because it is a skill that you actually have to build. You have to work that muscle. You have to do it on repeat. I am wishing you guys success. I am hoping that you understand and believe that confidence is not a vibe. It's a decision that is followed by consistent action. The more you show up, the more comfortable you will become. I don't even sweat anymore when I'm live. I still get nervous before I go on stage, and it's because I don't want to forget anything. I don't want to forget your value. I don't want to forget the story that I have to go through, the navigation that I have to go through to get you guys to the solution. I don't want to misuse that opportunity that you've entrusted me with of your time. You can't get it back, right? I don't even get nervous delivering this information because I know the solution. I'm confident and committed to the solution that I'm giving you as a brand new builder of your brand. I know you need to hear this message. I know you need to develop your own message. I know that you need to grow in your confidence. And my goal is to make sure that I give you every possible tool that you need, especially the tool of the Brand You community. It's a free community for you to come into, for you to get your own account, for you to actively work alongside others inside of the network to build your brand. So if you'll take the opportunity to go to learnleadandlevelup.com, it is dropped below in all of the videos. This is your one call to action. Before, I was giving you call to actions to tell you to download the cheat sheet. I was giving you actions to tell you to do something. Right now, I want you to answer the question of the day and join us in the free community. And whenever you have an availability and you have a brand or a business question, to join us in after office hours so you can ask and get an answer for that question. But more important than any of that, join us in the free community. Get your own free account. Network with others in the community. Ask your questions, right? Get your answers and move the needle in your business. That is my time for today. I'm praying that you will join us, that you have been able to see that confidence is a skill. You didn't come out the womb with it. It's a muscle that you have to build. And the way that you build it is by doing something consistently, practiced, move forward, and do everything that you have been purposed and passionate to do here with us on earth. Thank you for your time on today. Hey y'all, hey, Brandmaster Martina, Britt, Yelverton here, giving you the latest update about our daily Get Your Assets in Order and Brand You series. Join me live each and every Tuesday through Friday at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for actionable steps on brand building for beginners, current client revisions, and watch as we level up brands in 2025. We are covering everything from tools, tips, strategies, and systems like Canva, StreamYard, high-level AI automations, and more. These will take you from confused to confident. So after each live stream, you can hop on Zoom with us to ask your questions and get personalized answers. If I were you, I wouldn't miss out. Mark your calendars and subscribe now to our YouTube channels. Join our free communities, and I'll say it louder for the people in the back. If you want to learn, lead, and level up as a struggling entrepreneur, we have the solution, the systems, and the experts. Our entire team is live each and every weekday at 12 p.m., 1 p.m., and 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, so you can lunch and learn. If you snooze, you will lose. I said what I said. You heard what you heard. Now do what you know you need to do to get your assets in order.